Very good morning.
Very good morning. So today I think we are into some rare topic, or say it is a more interesting topic, I can say.
Yeah.
You have chosen a beautiful topic.
Yeah. On top of it, I think we are becoming a bit familiar with audience these days. Anyway, we were conversing with the topic of parapsychology, psychology, many other subjects. Now, this is the one more interesting topic to take it to the audience.
Yeah, today I think we are speaking about solar plexus.
Yeah, of course, yes. Okay.
Okay. See, our approach in this subject should be more scientific and more authentic by explaining what it is. See, the solar plexus, before going to the English version of solar plexus, I would like to explain in our mythology what we have, our people in yoga, what is being explained here. There are 6 main chakras in our body. See, these chakras are nothing but an extension of nervous system, I can say. Mm-hmm. People have discovered or identified certain areas in our body wherein certain particular type of energies are clustered in a particular area. If that is connected with the spinal cord again. It starts with the one end of a spinal cord, goes up to a medulla oblongata, then connects it to brain. That is our nervous system, very simple. But in that there are certain points where the nervous system takes its extensions beyond certain level, that is a smaller nervous system. All the neurons travel through those nervous system and much concentrated on these areas.
Okay.
You know what is these areas means starts from one end of the spinal cord, that is near the pelvic girdles. That is the point where the first one is there.
Okay. Is it chakras that represent the different positions in our body, or the what exactly?
No, it is called as chakras. Mm-hmm. Actually, that is the name given to identify what is it. Mm-hmm. It is not chakra by itself. Mm-hmm. It is see, when you have a spinal cord, it goes from medulla oblongata to the pelvic girdles.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So the pelvic girdles point is called as one chakra. Mm-hmm. Naming and all we will take it up later. Mm-hmm. Then it a little bit higher in the navel portion, corresponding to navel portion, another plug, and then little bit higher, that is at the chest point, corresponding to chest point there is one cluster, then neck point, nape of the neck, corresponding to nape of the neck, mm-hmm. then forehead, then the top of the head.
Okay.
See, top of the head is also known as Brahmarandra. Mm-hmm. There is a small hole in that, mm-hmm. That is what they have identified. Well, that is the point where one plux ends.
Okay.
See, here there are certain explanations where in God consciousness, we always say in our mythology, a man can attain one particular stage of mind that he he merges with the God. Mm-hmm. So that is the point where he experiences divine qualities. And from there he goes out of the body and reaches the other world. That is the belief that we have. And many who have attained that, many who have claimed that they have attained that, I have explained this way.
Okay. Yeah.
And one more thing, Mr. Pramod, these chakras are also connected with spectrum, that is colors.
Okay.
Each chakra has got its own distinctive colors.
So that has a significance, that's what you meant to say.
Definitely. And
okay.
Thereby the Hatha Yogis, we call them, they have practiced, and they said by concentrating on those chakras, you can master certain things in your activity, and thereby you can attain the highest conscious level.
Okay. For the audience, those who have already gone through maybe introduction through Google or whatever, maybe they have made some searches on top of it. So maybe chakras at the different level has the different actions. Maybe one is connected to emotional connect, or altogether one is love, kind of an interactions, communication. So what is that really a significance? I mean, we have a different chakras. What is the significance of those chakras?
See, as a human being, you know very well, we have a very beautiful nervous system. Our communication system is so great. No animal has on the earth has this type of communication. That is language and exactly what you want to express, you can express. You can even train some animals where the animals do not understand you, still you can make them understand. See, these are the qualities that we have acquired. That is through the nervous system what we have. As we know, our brains are an extraordinary piece of tissues that we have in our mind, wherein so many things are stored there. And so many medical scientists have tried to find out what is there in the brain. Even they have preserved some extraordinary brains since hundreds of years, but still they are not able to find out what exactly is the structure of the brain. Anyway, they have physical structure they have explained. That is, the brain has two lobes. That is left and right. That is cerebrum and cerebellum. And then you have medulla oblongata, which connects the spinal
It's
cord.
more of a connectivity part. what's been
Connectivity,
described.
and that we have a gray matter where the storage database is there.
It's relates to computer anyway again.
And then the main connection is medulla oblongata, that is nape of the neck. From where nervous system goes. Actually, we all know any communication from throughout the body reaches brain through the nervous system only.
Yeah.
So each and every small nerve or neuron has a significance. It has got its own functionality. Not that you can ignore one and you can give more importance to one particular nervous system. No. These clusters have a specific functions allotted to them, we can say. It is divinely allotted, probably.
Yeah.
We don't know. But we have certain qualities. That is, we believe that we transmit something every minute, every second, every fraction of a second.
Yeah,
It
true.
goes in the form of thought forms, or it may be in the form of waves or sound waves, or it can be something unseen waveform.
Yeah, true.
We transmit. While transmitting, if we are pure in our thinking, if we send certain signals out properly, that functionality you can expect the expected result, or you can, or if you are sending some signal, you can expect some reaction, same expected reaction from the other side.
Okay.
This is what is the belief. Well, it has not been established fully even now, but we still believe that telepathy has got certain significance in our life. The telepathy is also a part of this. And vibration, another point is vibration. The nervous system vibration, if it wrongly vibrates, what will happen we know, because person may become aggressive, person may become criminal, he may see a lot of disturbances will be there in his body.
Okay, so it's unlike parapsychology, at least this has some established connectivity with science in this case, right?
No, I think you are mixing up this. This is a purely nervous system. If parapsychology is also a study of nervous system only. In a way, both are.
So it's all interrelated.
They are interrelated. They are not something separate from each other. That is also nervous system. Brain works here.
Okay, so can we take this up even for a audience, maybe those who are students? Can we just go through the different chakras and their significance?
Yeah, we can go in detail.
Yeah.
I think we will have one session for that.
Yeah.
So that we can explain everything. In nutshell, these are the things. See, the first one is Brahmarandra, where one solar plexus that is related to the red color. Red color, it is a crimson red or red, whatever it is.
Okay.
So that signifies red color, and red color is for love and affection and emotional values. And so if your concentration is on this top, so all these emotional aspects will have its form, and your mind works like that, and you see your signals will go out in that way. And here forehead is always treated as a visionary plexus. So wherein if you go through this, there's a belief Shiva, third eye is there. So that third eye destroys the evil. So you will have a power to destroy the evil by concentrating on this. That is the belief. Okay, well, anyway, you just cannot say that you can do it or I can do it.
Yeah.
No, it may not be possible. Maybe by practice or heavy concentration,
Focus.
we may do it. We don't know. And next one is neck portion. See, corresponding to neck we have one plux. That plux refers to again Shiva, the quality of tolerance or you can tolerate to any extent, and it also destroys the evil. So it has got certain, this effect of this is also here. So it is colored blue. This is orange. Red, orange, blue.
Okay.
When you go to chest level, corresponding to chest level, it is green. Green refers to pure love, the heart,
Okay.
heart portion. So that plux refers to heart. When the concentration of nerves through that pass through the nervous system, and your brain understand that you are in love. Love is not termed as just a boy and a girl and love. No.
Yeah,
Love
just
is
I was
eternal.
thinking. Yeah.
Eternal love. So that is where you get into this one. Next, this is green color. Again, next goes to yellow. Yellow color, that is tummy portion. Corresponding to stomach, you have one plug. That refers to yellow. That refers to, that yellow is supposed to be something like, it's not very well understood by our this thing, but however that yellow refers to our emotions again, and food habits and instinctive habits. All these things are related to that. And again go to the lower level, that is pelvic girdles, we have one plug that is also referred to as red. So that red and this red are interconnected through outside ring.
Okay. So in a way, it's the entire body kind
entire
of
body,
position,
yeah.
senses, all this being defined through this chakras
Yeah.
and with respect to the colors.
But what is to a common man all these things? Is it any useful for us to know all these things? No. We can get some insight out of it, and we can try to get ourselves in a proper shape. That is the idea of it. Well, this is an interesting subject. And as you said, solar plexus, we have a lot of other information, and it's a vast subject. We will take up later, and each and every plux and each and every functionality we can always discuss.
Okay.
And you have any other question?
Oh, anyway, thanks. I think we have enough of information for today. For the viewers, this is also being known as celiac plexus. This is being called solar plexus because of radiating nerve.
Plexus.
Yeah, plexus. Yeah, radiating characteristics. So
You can say so.
Yeah.
You can say so. Solar plexus are nothing but the nervous system that we have, and each and every point has some cluster of nerves that is attached to that particular area, and that relates to certain emotional aspects of our regular life.
yeah. I think this information is useful to you guys to get understanding of solar plexus, also the chakras. Hopefully we'll come back with few other topics in the next episodes. Thank you for watching, and thank you, sir. Thank you very much for all the good information.
So kind of you.
Yeah,
And
thank you.